Hi, I'm Brenda Buglione, and welcome to an all-new episode of SnowMotion. This week, I'm riding up the chairlift with freeskier Grace Henderson, seeing what it takes to compete on the World Cup as an independent athlete, and catching up with Swiss ski racer Tanguy Nef. I'll also show you how to tackle the steeps and bumps by working on short turns in my ski tip. Plus, keep skiing day after day by following my tips for recovery. There's so much snow to get to, so let's get after it.
Since 1976, U.S. ski and snowboarding has relied on the name Steadman to keep its athletes on the slopes, competing and winning against the world's best. Today, that legacy continues as the most innovative minds in sports medicine provide personalized patient care to our nation's best. On the World Cup Tour and beyond, the Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute, treating Team USA and the athlete in all of us.
SnowMotion is brought to you by the Steadman Clinic, treating Team USA and the athlete in all of us. And by Gorsuch. New Hampshire's Grace Henderson started off as an alpine ski racer, but later discovered that her true passion was in slopestyle and big air. She's battled injuries and barely missing the Olympics to continue competing for the U.S. free ski team. I find out who inspired her to switch to free skiing and what it takes to stomp big tricks. Okay, Grace, how did you become a free skier?
My younger brother Hunter, who's at this event with me, got me into free skiing. I originally started as an alpine racer, and I was dragged to all of his competitions as a young kid, and I started to enter them, and then I started to enjoy it a lot more than racing and finally made the switch. So shout out to my younger brother Hunter. He's the one who got me into it.
I just watched you go down this hill. I mean, she flies in the air so high. That was pretty impressive.
It's really fun. It's way more fun. You should try it.
Okay, so I bet that the technique you learned from being a ski racer has helped you be so solid and balanced on your skis,
yeah,
right?
For sure. The fundamentals of racing are super helpful, just like knowing how to ski down the mountain well. And like this course especially, it combines skiing down the mountain and your trick variety all into one thing. So it's super cool to be able to like mix two of my favorite things within skiing together.
Red Bull Cascade, it's called?
Yes. This is the first time I've had women come. There's only 2 of us, but it's still fun to be out here with all the guys.
Okay, now look at this jump. This is pretty cool.
This is my favorite feature of the course.
Okay.
I went a little big a few runs ago and kind of missed the landing, but it's still fun. I'm still having so much fun.
So how much do you train? And where do you train right now? Park City?
Yeah, right now I'm living in Park City.
Yeah.
Our training schedule is like a lot different than what like typical you'd think for alpine. Like it's kind of like, do I feel like skiing today? Yeah, let's go out and ski with my friends and try to learn something new. And just like the more time you spend on the skis, the better you'll get. So I'm just trying to spend as much time on my skis and learn new stuff all the time.
Cool. So now tell us about your career as a free skier.
I had the best season of my life this season. I got my first World Cup podium in November.
Where was that?
Dubai, Austria. And I went to my first X Games this past winter. I competed in big air, and I've just been struggling and on the cusp of breaking through. And this year I finally felt like I'm breaking through, I'm learning new tricks, I'm having so much fun. So it's just so nice to finally feel like I'm accomplishing stuff and being successful in the sport.
What's your favorite trick?
My favorite trick, I learned it this year. It's a dub 10 tail grab. So you cross your skis and grab the back like that. So, and not a lot of girls can do that. So it's really like a unique thing to me. I've only done it a few times, but it's really cool and really fun.
Okay, so you must have a little bit of fear with your injuries.
Oh yeah, I broke my collarbone like 10 weeks ago. So you always have fear, especially like anything can happen. Like it's a little bit windy today, it's super variable. I could overshoot the jump, not clear the jump, and anything can happen at any time. So you kind of always have to be on top of your game.
Is your goal to go to the Olympics?
Oh yeah, I was pretty close to making it last year, and I was just the first alternate, and that really crushed me, but I'm letting it fuel me for the next few seasons, so hopefully I'll be there in the next 4 years.
We'll be watching you.
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, here we are. We're almost to the top. It looks like you're the last one out here training.
We've been out here since 9, so.
Right, wow.
So
free skiers work hard.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
Free skiers work hard, don't forget it, people.
Don't forget it. Tanguy Nef grew up in a ski racing family in Geneva, Switzerland, and then he came to the United States and won NCAA championships in slalom and giant slalom. And now he has his sights set on winning the World Cup. Okay, Nef, that's his nickname.
Thanks for having me.
We've known each other a long time because Nef and my son went to college together, so we've been cheering for Nef for a long time. Okay, how is your transition from college skiing to World Cup skiing?
Yeah, the transition has been pretty good, I would say. Definitely my first years on the World Cup were pretty successful. The last 2 years they were a bit more difficult. And now this year I'm kind of building the confidence back up. I switched my ski brand, I have a new coach. Everything's going in the right direction. So I'm ready to, have some good results again.
That's so neat that you did that and you came back. I mean, you want to see college racers go to college and progress in college, and you're a perfect example of that.
Absolutely, yeah. I would say when I got to Dartmouth, we had the NCAA, we had the pressure was on. So you got to be on point mentally, physically, technically, everything. So that was I would say one of the best preparation for the World Cup for sure.
This is good info for the young racers out there.
Absolutely.
Wanting to follow in your footsteps. Okay, but it seems like the Swiss national team is extremely competitive. I mean, how are you handling that pressure?
I definitely had a hard time adjusting to that. I don't know, I'm kind of spoiled after Dartmouth, I would say. We're all rooting for each other. We were all like a big family. We would go out together. We'd just be really good friends. And I think it's definitely different on the Swiss team. I think to be on the top, some of these guys, you need to be competitive. And so I think my dad told me that 2 days ago. He was like, you were skiing fast, but you didn't know why. It just happened. And now you're skiing fast again, maybe not as fast, but you know exactly why. So it's definitely more in control.
I love that, Nav, because I feel like that's a big part of the game.
I think that's for all sports.
Yeah.
Just to be on top of your game. And there's definitely things I needed to learn.
Okay, your whole family they're athletes. Your brother is a pretty famous ski instructor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your sister is a rock climber. Well,
yeah, she's also a ski instructor. We just love to ski.
I love it. It's a family sport.
Absolutely, it's a family thing, and I think we live this skiing vibe that I think a lot of people here also just appreciate and live for, and that's something pretty special.
So in the summer, your adventures foiling.
Yeah, that's been really fun. That's been kind of my go-to after finishing college. And so it turns out Switzerland's a pretty good playground for that. But we've been doing that with my girlfriend since 2 or 3 years. We do that together, and it's been really, really fun. And it's also it's kind of a workout. And so in the summer, it's a good alternative.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have these interests other than just focusing on skiing, right?
Absolutely. Skiing is definitely a tough sport, and I have a lot of respect for someone like Dave Riding, who just keeps ripping. But I have a good plan B, I would say, yeah.
Well, thank you, Nef, for taking your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so fun to see you again.
I know, nice to see you. Coming up, I'll show you a few drills to work on making short turns that will help your skiing in the steeps and the bumps. And then we'll get an inside look at being an independent athlete vying for World Cup starts in the documentary Rogue Lines.
Feed has everything you need to fuel your workout. Hydration, gels, chews.
We even have breakfast shakes. Ready for your ride?
Totally, let's go.
Join over 500,000 athletes that are fueled by the feed.
Gels every 20 minutes.
Your feed coach can help you pick out what you need for your workouts.
Thanks, feed coach.
Don't forget to hydrate.
Doesn't matter if you just started training Or you plan to win the World Championships? Shop today to get a free water bottle printed with your name. Visit thefeed.com. Fuel your workout.
We don't just repair injuries, we look within to harness the body's own power to heal and decipher the delicate balance of tendon, cartilage, and bone. Developing new treatments so you recover faster. The Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute. The future of orthopedic medicine is here.
We see athletes as the ones that set goals. Goals in the recovery of a life-altering injury. The individuals that redefine the magic of getting back up. Those that reframe their own recoveries to not be identified by their disability, but by what they will find next as their new ability to succeed. We are High Fives, the safety net of the outdoor sports community.
For all my latest ski and fitness tips and chairlift interviews, subscribe to SnowMotion Sports on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at Brenda Buglione 1. If you're an intermediate skier and you want to challenge yourself on the advanced terrain, it's really important to learn how to make a short turn. A short, quick ski turn will be very handy when you're skiing on steep terrain to be able to control your speed. Another reason is if you do like to ski the bumps, you need to know how to make quick turns and change direction before you hit the bumps. So it's great to practice your short turns. One drill I like to do is called the picture frame drill. You hold your poles like this and you're going to go down the hill and you want to keep your head inside the picture frame and let your skis move beneath you. You're not going to rotate your body from side to side. It's going to be facing down the hill in the picture. It will help you learn to pivot your skis underneath you. You're going to make a turn, you're going to come up, pivot your skis, going back down the other direction. This is just teaching you to keep your body facing down the hill. After you practice this, I want you to put your poles back on because the pole plant will help you pivot even faster. The hands kind of dictate the speed of your turns. You pole plant, release the ski, and pivot. Then you're going to carve it, plant the pole, come up, pivot the skis, keeping your body facing down the hill. The quicker your pole plant, the quicker you'll be able to pivot those skis underneath you. So go out and try 10 turns with the picture frame and then do 10 turns with the pole plant. This will help you master the challenge of the steeps and the bumps in no time. Jimmy Krupka, Stephanie Fleckenstein, and Wiley Maple are 3 top alpine ski racers following their World Cup dreams without national team support. Follow their journey in the documentary Rogue Lines. The full film is out now on YouTube at Sync Performance.
Finish line and she hits the snow and
life is a f***ing joke. But hell yeah, I'm in.
It's kind of a dog-eat-dog world where you're competing not only against your fellow competitors on race day, but you're also competing against your teammates and fellow countrymen.
It's nothing like pushing your body down the mountain in that level of intensity.
If I don't perform at these races, then I don't race Kitzbühel and likely not Schladming. So this is a bit of a crux, and basically every Europa Cup is another similar high-stakes crux.
By harnessing the power of the wind, you can have as much fun going up the mountain as you do skiing down. Here's a crazy invention, the Upski, from our SnowMotion Vault. I'm with Phil Huff with Upski. Phil, what is upskiing?
Upskiing is skiing uphill with the aid of the wind, Brenda.
Where in the world did you come up with that?
Well, my partner John Stanford and I were skiing in the backcountry, and we realized that hiking back uphill was a most of the day activity. So we decided that if we could use something from our background in sport parachuting, such as the wind and a sail device to go uphill, then that might make it a little easier.
I see. You're going down this beautiful powder in the backcountry, and it's so good, and you want to do it again. This is how you get up.
Right, and that's why we developed the sport, was so we could get uphill to ski down. However, that's all changed. Now we simply go down the mountain for the purpose of going back up, because going up is the most fun. We zoom uphill, we carve turns over our head, and we have a great time doing it.
We actually use the Upski canopy as a drag chute to ski down so that we can get down the mountain faster. Because it's really skiing up the mountain that we enjoy, because we've been skiing down the mountain all our lives.
So you unpack the canopy, open it up, pull in your vent line. As soon as the wind grabs you, boom, you're going 30 miles an hour uphill.
You mean you're carving, getting air, and how powerful is this? This sounds a little scary.
Well, the static pull of the canopy in a 25 or 30 mile per hour wind would pull your car out of a ditch. So if you think you're just going to be able to stop, you're not.
How do you stop?
We have a patented venting system, and we have a series of emergency releases, of course. But to say that the sport is safe would be stretching it. In strong winds, this is an extreme activity. We do get air. We do get what we call up air. We zoom to the top of the cornice on the snow side, and we hit the cornice, and we get 15-20 feet of air going up on top. And then the upski becomes something of a parachute in that it slows our descent coming down.
Well, there's times when we've been out in 60-mile-an-hour winds, and you're not going much slower than that.
How would anyone find out about this sport or get one of these canopies to go up skiing?
Well, we're really not a commercial product in the sense that you can just rush out and buy one. We do have a website. You can search for it under the Upski, U-P-S-K-I, on the internet.
I want to try it.
Well, Brenda, you're a great skier, and you'll have no trouble with this sport at all, but we'd like to start you out with just a little beginner lesson.
Good. Is it like water skiing? That's the boat, and I'm cutting back and forth?
Yeah, except you're driving the boat at the same time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hit it. I'm going. Woo! It's great. This is powerful equipment. Don't go on your own. If you think you want to do this, look up Phil on his website.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use that exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Dream job? Oh God. Marine biologist. A food critic.
I already started a coffee roasting business, Pacific Crest Coffee Company. And our first location's doing really well, and we're opening up a second location now in Truckee. Outside of ski racing, definitely dream job, heli ski guide.
Lifty at Cochrane Ski Area.
If we want to protect the places we love, we must vote. America is a nation of many nations, many histories, many experiences. But despite our different paths, we all converged here. You see, our common ground is the land itself, our playgrounds, and places we love. Now we must protect them from the effects of climate change. If you love the land, make a plan to vote this November.
SnowMotion is brought to you by Surefoot. Better fitting, better skiing. And by Vocal, high-tech made where we live and ski. For all of us skiers and snowboarders, the winter is never long enough, and we want to make as many turns as possible. Here's a few tips to recover so you never miss a day on the slopes. I'm with Kate Kerwood, certified exercise specialist and former D1 NCAA alpine ski racer, and my daughter. Okay, we're gonna ski multiple days in a row, so we wanna have a proper recovery after the end of one day so we're fresh the next. Kate, give us some tips.
One of the first things that's great to do is to flush out your legs of the lactic acid that built up in your muscles from a hard day skiing. You can go for a walk, you can jump on the spin bike and spin out your legs, go for a jog, anything that feels good to flush those legs out. The next thing that's great to do is to grab a foam roller and roll out the sore spots in your legs. Okay, so a great way to work on your quads and get a little core exercise while you're at it is you can go onto your arms or your elbows and you can move the foam roller down onto your legs and you can rock forwards and backwards. You can get both legs at once.
Oh my God.
And when you find a spot that is very sore, try your best to stay there and take 3 deep breaths and relax your muscle over that foam roller. The slower you can move up and down, the length of your muscle, the better.
Okay, Kate, what is this doing for us?
Well, this is great to break up that fascia after a hard day of skiing. So when you're skiing and your quads and your muscles are really contracting, they get tight like this. And so being able to roll them out and putting pressure on that muscle, it allows them to loosen up. This increases the circulation of blood and nutrients to those muscles to get them ready for the next day.
So what other muscles should we roll out?
It's great to hit your glutes with the foam roller, as it's one of the biggest muscles in your body, and we definitely use it when we're skiing. So you're sitting on the foam roller, you can place your hands behind you to give you support, and you can just kind of rock onto one side at a time and just roll up and down on that body of that glute muscle. You can also cross one leg over and it allows you to stretch that glute while rolling it out. Another one, easy to get to right after this position, is to roll out your back and your upper back. So you're gonna sit your bottom on the ground, and you can just lean your back over the foam roller. You can put your hands behind your head to support your neck, and just roll back and forward. You can go all the way up towards your neck and all the way down.
All right, Kate, we've done all of our major muscles that we use while we're skiing. What other tips do you have for a recovery program?
It's always fun to get into the hot tub after a day on the slopes. You might be a little chilly from being outside in the snow all day, and it also is a great way to loosen up your muscles and relax your muscles.
All right, doing all these recovery tips will help you ski your last day as strong as your first. Young Bucks is a film about friendship, skiing, and biking in the North Cascades. Follow pro skiers Delilah Cupp and Kristen Norman as they blaze their own path exploring the backcountry.
When Kristen says we're going out for a casual tour, she says we're going out for the hardest physical day of our lives. We had really great conditions. We had like a summer trail to walk on, which is like super sweet.
I can already say that I did not bring enough snacks for this. We're hoping that we'll be able to skin pretty soon. Just like a little bit of icy snow right now, so just a little slick, but not too bad. It's definitely not as bad as other schwacks I've done. So, you good? You keep going?
This is the easiest thing I've ever done in my life.
that's all for this episode of SnowMotion. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in next time for more winter sports action. Until then, I'm Brenda Buglione, and we'll see you on the slopes.